in fact. Lights slowly rise. Bookshop. Harold sits at a table and a chair with a cup of tea. He is a man in his early 60s. Moments later, Dan strides on stage eagerly, nervously. He is early to mid-20s. Harold stands to greet the young man, holds out his hand.
You must be David. Dave?
Dan.
Dan, of course. I do apologise.
Or Daniel, whichever you prefer.
Whichever I prefer. Well, it's your name.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Oh, please, sit.
They sit.
Well, my name's something I want to talk to you about, actually.
Oh?
Dan, well, I mean, it's not really a literary name, is it? I mean, how many Dans do you see on the cover of books? I mean, there's that Dan Brown guy, but he doesn't really count. And I mean, I enjoy the Da Vinci thing, but it's not really. I'm rambling now. I'll shut
up. That's okay, Daniel, son. You take a minute. Can I get you a drink? Water, coffee? This chai tea is quite delightful.
Daniel's son. Karate Kid.
Pardon?
You said Daniel's son. Karate Kid reference is pretty cool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't, I haven't.
Of course you haven't, my bad. I mean, as if a man of your literary...
So, a drink, David. Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. A drink, Daniel. Tea, coffee.
Could use a beer.
Oh, I don't think that they...
It was a joke.
Oh! Huh.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Very good. I do like your Americanization, Dan, when you talk. Quite charming. Not something I get to experience too often, old fogey like me.
What's that?
Oh, your delivery, your lexicon, the transatlantic syntax you employ. It's quite refreshing to my ears.
Way I talk, you mean?
Oh, it's just... Yes. Anyway, your poem.
Yes.
The book.
I know, right?
I really...
By the way, sir, before we start, do I call you Harold or Mr. Hockley or what?
Oh, Harold's fine.
Harold's cool?
He is.
Oh, by the way, I read your book, man, your first one. One where you were my age. It's unbelievable, mate.
Oh, well, thank you.
Not saying I got it all, but I fucking loved it all the same.
Bless you.
Shit, I just swore.
That's quite all right.
And again...
expletives have their place.
Just fucking swore in front of Harold Hockley. What is wrong with me?
I'm not known for my censorship of the English language, Daniel. No breaks necessary.
Ah, you're cool.
Well, thank you, young man. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get to you. Your poem.
Oh, man.
No, it's truly remarkable.
I just can't believe you're putting, my shit in your book, bro.
Hey, your poem is not shit at all. It deserves to be up there with the best of them. Your complete disregard and rebellion against traditional grammar, just sublime, just Joycean.
What?
You're exactly what the poetry world needs right now.
Listen, man, when those competition people said that Harold Hockley wants me in his book thing, I was shocked in my KFC. Thought someone was taking the piss.
No.
I still think someone's... Are you taking the piss?
I'm not taking the piss.
I mean, I must be... Is this a dream?
Not a dream, Daniel, no.
I mean, pinch me. Tell me I'm not dreaming.
You're not dreaming.
Dan pulls up his shirt sleeve.
No, I mean, I want you to pinch me for real, man. And
Slaps
tell
his-
me this shit is not a dream.
Slaps his arm across the table. Harold looks around. Harold laughs nervously, looking at his arm.
Go on, Morley. Pinch my arm, pinch my skin, and snap me out of this dream.
The funny man.
Go on. And pinch me.
Harold looks uncomfortable.
Pinch.
So, Daniel.
Pinch.
Oh, come on now.
I ain't moving until you get pinching, Mr. Big Shot Writer guy.
Oh. Okay.
Harold quickly and half-heartedly pinches Dan.
What was that? I wasn't no pinch. That's not going to wake me up from a dream. Pinch.
Harold gets a little mad and pinches.
There we go. No, not a dream. I'm still here. Still sat in a Waterstones bookshop with the famous Harold Hockley, publisher of my first poem in his anthology thing. What's it called again? Idle Stars?
Idol stars, yes.
Right.
Anyway, tell me about yourself, Daniel.
What do you want to know?
Well, how long have you been writing poetry? I mean, what got you into it?
What got me into it?
Yes.
Like, what was the starting point, the birthplace?
Well, yes.
Well, there's a loaded question.
No, is it?
Well, I'd have to say it all started with my dead dad. You know, when he died, I say the word died loosely. Well, he did die, but he was murdered too. He died because he got murdered. I mean, prick had it coming, really. Beat me and my mum senseless for years. Then one night he decided to beat someone who could beat him back, beat him harder. You know, guy took a baseball bat and wrapped barbed wire around it and took his face apart. And then his skull, and nutcase of it, mashed his brains up until it was vegetable soup and goo glued to the pavement. On my life he did. On your life he did. Not on my dad's life though, because he hasn't. You know, his life left him and it isn't coming back. Fuck. But as you know, as a matter of fact, you go past the tram stop near City Park, you can still see the dark spots shadowing the curbside. Yeah, that's my dad. I'll take you there one day if you don't believe me. Show you for real. You feel me? Anyway, after that, rage was lighting me up like a cave. I mean, constant consuming rage. You know the type, Harold. You don't need to tell me. You know how it is. You know what I'm talking about. That deranged shit that oozes through every pore. You know, won't bore you with the details. You know what I'm talking about anyway. The kind of sleepless rage that watches over your own naked body while you sleep. You don't sleep, it keeps us awake until birdsong. Wrong. Wild rage, weird rage. Weird because the rage wasn't directed at the killer, the dad killer, the killer of dads. Well, it was, but not for the way you'd think. See, here's where it gets complicated. Here's where it gets complex. See, so I wasn't mad at the guy that killed him, no. I was mad that he killed him first. That he got there first. He killed him before me, beat me to it. Beat me to beating him, you see. I know, crazy, right? I mean, I was happy he was dead, but I was unhappy that he wasn't alive, if that makes sense. I wanted him alive so I could make him dead. Enough said, man. Anyway, the rage lived on until I found an off button, art. Started something new, you know, rap, hip hop, the shit saved my life. Saved my life, it gave it meaning. Meaning arrived on time, sent from the above to take me down below. So, personally, I like old school 90s flavour. It's just, Pac, Biggie, Easy, Snoop. Anyway, it's my remedy, my medicine, my saviour, if you will. What's that word again? catharsis. Yeah, it was cathartic to me, see, to write and write. So I wrote, poured pain onto paper, gasoline onto my emotions, and watched that fucking blaze until it was gone, until it was no more. It was supernatural the way it all went down. The way all my demons were exercised by the written word, syllables and symbols, sounds stamped onto page, rage, relinquished, extinguished, you know. You feel me? It was about the process. Transforming that into this. Caterpillar to butterfly, duckling to swan, big, bold, bright things, gold rings, ideas queuing up like impatient gods. You feeling me, Harold Hockley? You listening? Letters, lyrics, limericks and lines, life like a song. It went on day and night, night and day. I'm no idiot. I'm full. Fuck school, fuck work, fuck life, fuck a girlfriend, fuck a wife. I'm married to the word, see? This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is what I was sent here to do, born to write, fight, poeticize, prophesize with the pen. Only there's another twist to the tale, a little snag made it all stale. You ready for this one, Harold Hockley? Thing is, I couldn't rap. I tried, but I couldn't do it. Not only couldn't I, but I didn't want to do it. It wasn't in me, not a natural performer, you know. Better page than a stage. I mean, I could write, the thing is, I couldn't perform them, you know. Not Marshall Mathers, I guess. Anyway, I'm the kind of artist to give the next man the fruits of his labour, sitting back with some other boy basks in the glory of my legacy. So when I got into poetry on paper, proper poetry, your poetry of Harold Hockley. So I started reading some online, picking up a book here and there, that KOFI guy and the Kergerat guy and that Duffy chick, you know, some others too, but I couldn't remember their names. Couldn't get really into the old shit. You know, Shakespeare and Co. Takes too long to make the point, just ended up giving me a fucking headache. When all is said and done, it wasn't fun. Didn't mind that Larkins guy though. You know, like him a lot. I mean, they fuck you up, your mum and dad. Never a truer word spoken, and probably my favourite poem of all time. In fact, as a matter of fact, actually, I'm booked in at the tattooist next week. Get that shit on my arm, scorched into my skin. Good. Forever. Look.
Dan again rolls up his arm and slaps it on the table before Harold. Harold flinches and withdraws a little.
And that's where you come in to the scene, Harold Hockley. You. Written in the wind, written in the stars, like destiny, like fate, like God. One of my girls goes and steals one of my poems, types it up from a Rizzler paper I scrawled on, and sends it to some stupid competition she sees in a magazine. Scene. 3 weeks later, I get a phone call from your secretary. Week after that, I'm buying a new pair of shoes. 2 days later, I'm sat here with the man himself. You. Sat at this table at this time, uttering these very words.
Well,
let me finish.
Okay.
See, so my whole life has been a no, a series of stop signs emblazoned with the words no, 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 no. No, you can't. No, you won't. No, I don't think so. No! Rejection, neglection, no. But then all of a sudden, you come along and you change that no into a yes, 2 letters into 3, accepting me and all that I am and all that I want to be. You opened your book and took me in, opened your life and let me inside. I welcome that. An opening of arms, an umbilical cord snipped. Being born again. A second chance, starting over at the beginning where beginnings begin. But don't get me wrong, Harold Hockley, don't get it twisted. I'm not looking for a handout. I'm not out of my ear hole, not a one-way street, but a two-way one. Traffic both ways, yours and mine, because in return, I got you back. I got you back for good. I'm behind you, always. Always. Look over your shoulder. I'll be there. You got my round-the-clock attention, protection. It's a dangerous world out there, and you're not getting any younger. All I say, Harold Hockley, is that from this day forth, you're safe. Safe, man. A safe man. I'm the busy man on these streets, and my contacts run far and wide. Yeah, you're watched over. You're good. I'm good. We're good. An exciting future beckons for both of us, don't you think? I mean, that ought to feel good, right? Feels like I got my own little granddad back. A big brother figure for sure. Uncle, maybe. Dad, in fact.